my friends, and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on my procedurally generated community Minecraft server. Last time we working on the dry dock, which is over the Ashland shipyard, but this time we're doing a tour of everything, and I thought the best place to start would be at the start. This was where our spawn was. And the reason we're doing this tour is because very soon, presumably next week, we are going to be going into a 1.16 server. So that is what this is all about. So the reason we picked this spawn, and this chunk in fact, this entire seed, was because of this bamboo island. This was the bamboo update and the panda bear update. So I say island, bamboo jungle, I guess. It goes on pretty far. The whole plan was to make this a nature preserve to preserve the pandas, right? But I never got around to preserving the pandas. So, one, I guess, mistake on my part, but we get, oh, look at him, he's rolling around on his back, doing his own thing. Aw, so super cute. And, oh, watermelons. Never got watermelons. I think somebody else found watermelons, but this was where we were going to start and what we were going to do, and, well, I got distracted. We all got distracted because we were also doing the villager-pillager update at the same time, I think it was. I think bamboo and pillagers came out at the same time. Possibly, possibly not. But what we ended up doing was heading over that direction. Oh, you can see Buttle's little place there. We ended up going over that direction to where Orangetown is. And it got set up protecting that village from the pillagers and illagers. But some of the other things we did along the way was, for example, this iron farm. I built this iron farm along the way. I believe this is an Ilmango design. It could be a Nimbomb design. I am sorry. I didn't put up a sign this time for one reason or another, but it's oh, hello llamas. Yes, don't forget to subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see some exhilarating content like this. Entire build logs available at the bottom left at the end of the game, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So I built this sometime along the way, and I'm not even sure when I ended up finishing it, but I was going to make it so that the players could come up here on roller coaster ride around too, but I never did get around to that. So over here we went to Orangetown as we passed by Buttle's Halloween special that she was going to put together for the seasonal holiday, but we never did get around to it. But she got so much done on the building, and this was early, right? So we barely just had any blocks yet, and she was making most of her stuff out of cobble and the stones you can make from that. But it still turned out pretty good. Before I head over to Orangetown, let's go ahead and fly over here to Buttle's Bee Island. Buttle Bee Bay over at Buttle. I don't know, Buttle. We need to come up with a good name for this. But she also made this because whilst we were engaged in protecting the village, the very next patch came out. Well, not like right away, but pretty quickly, and that included bees, right? So we had this whole thing that she built, Bee Island. And it's a flower biome, so it made perfect sense because she was over here trying to get all the bees to spawn and do their thing, and inside there's that tree, and she's got inside the tree she has a built-in mechanism, which I will now showcase below in my own build in the basement, where we had a bee breeding apparatus set up, so we could get some other honeycombs built, I guess beehives built. Honeycombs would be these things, boop, which we've got a lot of. Right, and over here we have honey. This was basically, I was trying to figure out how to breed these little bees, and I was thinking about separating them out with leashes and stuff, and then I saw Zuma Void, I think it was Zuma, build something very similar where he just used the half slabs are just wide enough for the baby bees to get through, but nobody else. And then over here, Cubby, I always watch his stuff because he tends to, in some ways he does similar builds, but it's quite inspirational at times. And so this is why I built this. It's an alternating between, oh, don't step on that, between honeycombs and honey blocks using back here, you can't see it's covered. I don't want to bust it because it'll get absorbed in, but, or maybe not. So there's a beehive there, right? Or not, a composter, and as that signal is set, and it's always set, but when this beehive becomes more than this, then it sends through a pulse, and then the secondary pulse that'll come from this reinitializing as the main what's the word I'm looking for, source of redstone energy causes this little T flip-flop to pop 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 pop, right? So that's pretty cool. And back here was my own design. If you'll, hold on, let me make sure nobody's looking. That's just my AFK spot. 1 to the left, 2 to the right, 3 to the left, 4 to the right. There we go. And back here is basically, as soon as I heard that dispensers were going to be able to do things. Oh, the bees all just popped out. that's when I build something like this. And others have as well. It's pretty simple. Basically, as the beehive becomes full, the signal, more and more full, the signal becomes stronger and stronger until it actually hits the dispenser. And if it's packed with empty bottles, it'll make honey. And if it's packed with shears, it'll make honeycomb. And that's the end of that. Okay, so let's go on out here and reset my little thing here, right? And scramble. There we go. And let's go up and we'll leave those there. Why not? And head on over to Orangetown so you can see the actual town / village that we saved from the marauding pillager illagers. All right. Oh, over there. Ooh, was it Stalker or Dula? I think it was Dula. That is a cactus zero tick farm combined with a bamboo zero tick farm to make one XP farm. We learned quite a bit this year about how close redstone projects can be to communal areas before they start causing spawn lag, or excuse me, I don't know why I said spawn, why they start causing lag, but there is his XP farm. We'll check that out. There's the lagoon. Always like to have a lagoon nearby. Over here is Buttle's fox and Enderman. What's up? You know, sticking out his tongue. So we came over here, and the plan was to protect the villagers, right, from the pillagers. So we built a wall. Right, Xiphus's wall, we built it all the way around the village, over to that side. My contribution, small though it was to put this little drawbridge section here, little decorative piece so that the ships could come in and out of the harbor. Speaking of the harbor, let's head on over here. This ship was a rebuild by Xiphus. It is based on the model of all the other, you know, treasure ships, that you might find. This was our method of getting from point A to point B. Hello, fisherman villager. So you would come in here, and this would be your fast travel. Each one had a map of the local area, and of course a portal to the nether, which we'll get to in a moment. This little ship is, and that up there are both, what are they? What would you call them? Memorials? Not memorials. We're all alive. We conquered the dragon, and Buttle made that little diorama about our adventure, and then we conquered a guardian temple, and Buttle made that little diorama of that adventure. So that's what was going on there. One of the first things we built was this communal warehouse, or, well, sleeping shack. It wasn't really a warehouse. Well, it had a bunch of boxes in it, but then we really made a big one underneath that building there, which I'll show you in just a moment. In here, I don't think it's anything too serious. Save me's house, okay. And over here, I think we have a bunch of birds. Yep, it's the burb house. We were able to... Do we have any music anywhere? Nobody has a disc? No, oh well. These guys, this is our birdhouse, and they all dance when there's music playing. There's not right now, but that's okay. Over here, I'm just going to go clockwise around. This was a building that was here when at spawn, so we kept it here. This is a creeper / spider farm that I built that only works on a realm because of the halo. On realms, for some reason, you need to perpetually be moving through a whole bunch of chunks to make... the mob spawning rules are different on realms, and I'm not sure why, but this was the creeper farm for gunpowder. Our basic beginner farm here. Something's going on downstairs. I'm pretty sure Misfire, it's a trap, did something. If you step on that, then you're going to die. You're going to fall to something and die, presumably. There's a spider spawner down below that they turned this into a spider's farm. One person has to be down activating it, and the other person has to be up here chopping it down. So, you know, that is what it is. Xiphus went around and got us a whole bunch of maps. So we have some maps and things. What else do we got? Over here, I built well, we all built. This is all a communal project, so we all kind of worked on things. This was, you know, an expansion of this building into a enchanting room. This is the medium-term storage, which we moved everything down here from up above. Hey, I'll take some of those. Thank you very much. All right, and there's digging and mine shafts down below, etc., etc. I know I said I'd go clockwise, but that was just a very rudimentary farm that none of us ever got around to tearing down after we got our potions that we needed. Let me go sleep. Where can I sleep? They're all heading to bed anyways. A zero-tick sugarcane farm. Zero-tick farms will not be working in 1.16, so we'll go back to more fundamental aspects. The giant sheep pen, giant cow pen over there, cocoa, a little bit of cocoa. What else did we do? What else did we do? Buttle made this armory over here, which is kind of cool. Buttle also made this clock tower, which is super cool. Buttle made this, our blimp that we're going to be using to explore over to the 1.16 world. Let me go ahead and peek in here real fast. Show the armory that Buttle put together. What is this? The runaway cart. Ah! There was a cart while we were building the tunnels, and I'll show you those in just a moment, that kept getting away from us. And that must be it. That must be it. All right, through here is a tunnel. Somewhere over here, yep, there's a super secret hidden place for Stalker and Dula when they first started. This was like one of the first things I built. We just dug through here. You know, you need resources anyway, so you might as well go ahead and kick the two sides of the village, because there were these houses over here. There was this one here and that one up there. So we built this tunnel to come through. Man, my sensitivity's a little high. Pardon me. Our farm, our acacia tree farm, to get things cooking. Buttle reimagined the dig pits that we had, and here is that. And she has gotten really good with the book and armor stands. So look at these. Some of these things are super cool. Over here, check this out. Oh, the minecart's gone, but there was a minecart, and this is obviously coal blocks, and it was shaped into like a bunch of coal sitting there. All right, this looks pretty cool. And then there's this fisherman over here. There's no order. So it's also, you know, it's a fishing town, so they want to have fishing things. And, oh, what's this? He's got a saw blade. I don't know if I trust that. Nothing's down there, folks. That's just an entry. Oh, the windmill. I totally forgot about the windmill. Stalker made this windmill early also. This is, sure, there's some wheat here, but this really has a lot of wheat. The building, all of the building, except for the fan blade, was made by Stalker, if I remember correctly. And down below is multiple layers of stuff. Corn, carrot. I say corn. Every time I see carrots, I say corn. Modified grass versus a modified root. Why do I do it? I'm not really sure. Uh-oh, what's going on here? There's a missing block. Somebody must have blown something up at some point. Our fox is missing, but, you know, that is what it is. So, what else? What else? What else? Over here, lighthouse continues for Xiphus's wall. Over there, you can see Stalker's bamboo farm. You know, dressed up pretty nice. And actually, let me run over there a little bit. Over that way, there's a big open pit. That's our slime farm. Not highly decorated, but if you want to see it, you can check out the build log, and it's in one of those videos. I went over there once or twice and kind of upgraded it a little bit. All right, over here we have a path that goes to both of the Witherkeep Garrison. I think that's Witherguard Garrison, maybe? Xiphus Garrison. And this, and the path continues on to Heliopolis. We'll get there in a moment. But this is the stables one could take if one wanted to take the stables. We're not too concerned about that. Uh-oh, why did I jump? Nope, nice try. All right, so that, my friends, is Orangetown. Let's head on over to Heliopolis. And the best way to do it would probably be fly. But we're going to take... Hello, Iron Golem. We're going to take the train station because that was one of the projects we worked on also. So let's come around the corner. I'll show you this little guy, the train station, as I get a little grub. Little nom-nom-nomage going on there. All right, so this is the train station that goes the other way, and we can hopefully boom and into that, and off we go. And as you can see, since we're in Orangetown, we used the acacia wood. We didn't strip it. Maybe we should have. We thought about it for a bit, but we didn't. Over here in the corner, there's a little blowfish. I'm not sure why he's there. Oh, it was not a blowfish, but one of the other ones. All right, so Xiphus made the transition from the different towns into this kind of tunnel. And we're going to take this tunnel for a few moments, and in a couple moments, we'll be coming up to Heliopolis. All right, we're starting to get a little sandstone now, so that means, yep, we're almost there. As we come into Heliopolis, this is the color palette we decided on down here. Also simple and plain, but efficient, I think. There's something about simplicity. I don't mean to say it's just plain. It's simple, you know, but it gets a lot communicated, right? A nice palette. Some nice decorations, and of course we need to get the maintenance shaft taken care of, but that's a whole other issue. Okay, now we're here. Oh, there's a bench right outside ready to receive people. As you can tell, Buttle has destroyed most of the town. Let me reset the sun. Aha, okay. Buttle has destroyed most of the town. There was a beautiful little campus here, but she didn't like it, so she started tearing it down. There was a building over there with a garden and a pond, and there was some horse people over here, or was it over here? I'm not sure, because there's a stable right here, I guess. Oh, my horse! And out here is Heliopolis. This city was here, sans the, what's the word I'm looking for? Minecart station. I hear you, Enderman. Over here, I decided that this is where I was going to build a villager breeder. Before I built the one that you now saw earlier at the iron farm. This guy right here, this is an Impulse SV design. Not quite working. It needs to be one block shorter, and then the villagers needed to be one block in. But we ended up getting rid of them anyways because they didn't work. But they worked a little bit for a little while, so we used them to kind of populate this bazaar. Here we have wheat. Below the wheat we have carrots and potatoes. I'll show you those in a little bit as we head on over to Ashland Shipyard. We'll go into the nether for some stuff. But over here, this was the villager breeder section. Buttle has replaced it with this well, so we have some water. Buttle also made the fountains, and she also made this storage facility and the storage facility on the other side for all the trading and all of the stuff we were going to need to do things with, right? So, all of these villagers at the Bazaar, I thought this was a really good idea, and I want to thank everybody who helped me build it. The entire team was participant in it. There were some more decorations we wanted to get to, but we kept getting sidetracked by other things. You know how it is. If you're playing Minecraft, you know how it is. So we had a bunch of farmers, and everybody... They're not color-coded. They're just, like, different colors because, you know, wanted to give it some vibrancy. Fishermen, Fletchers, Tanners, Masons, what else? Butchers, and then our bouncers in the corner. And then, of course, a whole bunch of librarians. Need librarians, and there's just as many librarians on the other side. We have cartographers in the middle section that lead out of town / into the temple, which we'll get to in a moment. And then over here we had swordsmith and toolsmiths and armorsmiths, all of which in order to make sure... Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see more content just like this. All of which was to ensure that at some point we can get the iron ingot trade so that we could use the iron farm to get emeralds, etc., etc. And actually, the way iron farms work now, that might just be the way to go. And then, of course, over here we have all of the supplies for things and all the trades we did with the armorsmiths to get all of those things, right? Okay, so let's go in here real fast and check this out. Scooch down. Hello, Mr. Subscribe. None of these guys turned into clerics for some reason. It's supposed to be this, the brew stand, but none of them converted. We're not sure why. They just wouldn't. Unusual, right? In here, potato farm on that side, carrot farm on that side. There's a water dispenser on there and everything to the middle. And they all funnel into the system that you saw on the other side. Through here, we'll head into the nether and show you Xiphus's nether hub design that we ended up going with for the day. Booyah. Since we were digging through here anyways, he had plenty of netherrack. So we took the netherrack and the red nether wart. Another reason, that was part of the reason we had the rudimentary nether wart farm, was to get all of this going on too. So this was his tunnel that he built from the central point. There is a guardian farm that goes out that way. Not going to showcase that right now. I think we got another episode of it. And then over here, there goes to the iron farm and onward to Arachnia Castle, which we didn't get to, but we made multiple, what's the word I'm looking for? Like observational towers. So those are there. This guy leads to Xiphus's ship, which I'll show you in just a moment. And over here is the Ashland Shipyard for those of you who've been watching for the last couple weeks. Alright, so for those of you who've been watching for the last couple weeks, you know that this is the Ashland Shipyard. Only at night or during a thunderstorm. Not raining hard enough. And this is where we ended up putting our final mass storage area, right? This includes hopper-dropper systems behind and item organizer, item sorter. And it's got several layers, right? So rather than go down, but that was where our final storage went. You can check that out if you want to check out the build log. And the map, this was day one, when all we had was this little hole here, and we're like, dude, this is totally a shipyard. And we made this little dirt bridge to represent the portal so Xiphus could build the ship around it, just like I discussed earlier. And then, of course, we started digging the pit, and we made it much, much bigger than we needed to, and here's the final picture. We probably needed one more intermediate picture there, but it is what it is. Booyaka. Currently in operation. Let me go ahead and come down here and flip it for you. Alright, as you can see, maybe you can see those are dispensers that dispense a block of water into a iron bar, making it a waterlogged iron bar, making it capable of filling the place up. And my redstone's a little out of sequence right now. That's okay. Let me go ahead and shut off the water and the flashing lights. Alright, so the lights are all on now. And it's empty, and the door would go up. And if I wanted to fill it again, the water would start. The lights would start flashing, warning everybody that the place is filling. And then the ultimate redstone, which I don't have connected here because it wasn't working, would have lowered that gate, right? And then the ship would have, the dry dock would have flooded, and Xiphus' ship, which I'm going to come out here and get you a good look at over here from the side, right, would sail out over the coral reef warm water biome. And there's decorations underneath the ship, inside the hull, I mean to say. And Xiphus' ship would come over here and attack the pillagers who have been attacking our poor, poor villagers of Orangetown, and show them who's boss. And they also have a lagoon, which I thought was kind of funny at the time, and I kind of forgot about, but that's nice. 2 lagoons, and then a bunch of mini lagoons, but that's a real proper lagoon right there. All right, so there it is. This dirt pillar, sorry about the rain. You know what? I have cheats on. Let me set the weather. Is that how you do it? Hold on. Weather clear. Yeah, that's what I want. Bam. So, come on, weather to clear. Over here, there you can see Orangetown from here. You can see the XP farm. You can see just about everything from here. Xiphus' Wither Garrison Keep. Witherguard Keep? I forgot the name, buddy. I'm so sorry. But in here is where we would come and initiate the fight, the raid. And in here, I think you might find, yep, there's prisoner number 15086. Just checking to make sure you're there. Dufresne! All right, come in here. Prisoner number 73249. You know, they all appropriately named. And a little garden and, of course, a villager bell so that they can all do their things. How am I supposed to get out of here? Yeah. So this was the keep, and that was the dry dock, and that was Orangetown, and that was Heliopolis. And that right there is the blimp we're going to be taking next week when we travel to the 1.16 land. But for how we got to this point, by all means, check out the build log in the bottom left corner of the screen, because that's all the time I have for today. I want to thank you very much for watching today, and I want to thank you for considering subscribing so you can watch our jocularity and exploits in the 1.16 world coming up next week. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye!